Get your math on.
Get your math on. Get your math on.
Get your math on. Get your math on. Get your math on. Okay, let's see. All right, phone's ringing. Yes, good morning. This is Supreme Caterers. Yes. Yeah, we do birthday parties, graduation parties, weddings. What are you trying to plan for? You have a wedding. Okay. All right, let's get some information. Yeah, I can give you a quote after take down some basic information. What's the amount of people that you're looking at? 216 people, okay, attending the wedding. Sounds good, sounds good. Okay, so what we do is we have circular tables, and there's different options that you can have to seat the number of people you want to sit at the table. How many would you like to sit at each table? 10 people each table. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. All right. We can provide the cake. We provide the cake. We provide the food. We can have a balloon release. And that pretty much is it. What, yeah, you want to know the price? Okay, hold on. I got to figure out how much the tables are going to cost. So let me call this company that deals with the tables and some of the other party supplies we're going to need, and then I'll hit you right back. Okay? Yeah, I'll hit you right back. Okay, take care. All right, so hey, John, what is that company that we use for the party supplies where we get the tables from? I had that number here. What is it again? AAA party supplies? Okay, let's see. What is that number for AAA? AAA party supplies. Okay. Yes, good morning. Is this AAA party supplies? Yes, this is John Turner over at catering, Superior Catering. And we're trying to figure out, we want to rent some tables from you. We usually rent tables from you for our weddings, our graduations, and so forth. And I have a wedding that possibly will be planned, and there's 216 people that are going to be attending the wedding. I need to know what your price is on tables. How much would that cost me? You want to know how many tables I need? I don't know. There's 216 people. How many tables should I have? Yeah, they're gonna sit 10 to a table. You want to know how many tables do I need? 10 to a table? I'm not sure. I don't know what to do. Let me see. 216. I don't know. Can you give me a ballpark of how many I might need? I need to tell you how many I need. Let's see, 216, 10 people at each table. I don't know. Gosh, that would be about, I don't know, 12 tables. You think 30 would do it? I have to specifically state which amount of tables, how many tables? Oh my goodness, I really don't know. Oh, shoot. I thought you really could help me on this part. Yeah, I'm not that great at math. Lord have mercy. Okay, let me call you back and see if I can get some help. All right, take care. Guys, does anybody know can help me out? I got a possible wedding party, 216 people. They want 10 people per table. And the company, AAA, is asking me how many tables do I need? I don't know. How am I supposed to find that out? I'm totally frustrated. Anybody out there can help me? You guys don't know either? Oh, come on, man. What the heck? Does anybody know what to do? Can anybody help me at all? What do I do to find out how many tables? This is frustrating. This is stressful. I don't know, man. Somebody help me out. All right. Where's that Mr. Turner at? I heard someone call for the math doctor. You mean to tell me you knew how many people were to attend the wedding and you didn't know if there's 10 people per wedding, what to do? Per 10 people per table, what to do? Oh my goodness. It looks like somebody needed to get their math on. Guess what time it is? It's time for another episode of Get Your Math On with the Math Doctor. I am the Math Doctor Shahid Muhammad, and I came to help this individual before he loses his job. How in the world are you going to be working for a catering company, planning weddings, planning parties, and you don't know basic math? You don't know what operation to use. This could happen to you if you don't get your math on. So what this person should have known, they should have known that this is a problem that would be solved with division. Anytime you're taking a large number and trying to break it into groups and you want to know how many groups, that bad boy is a problem for division. Division is when you take numbers and break them down into smaller groups. Take things and break them down into smaller groups. So he has 216 people and he's trying to put them in groups of 10. And he wants to know how many groups. Each group is a table. So all he had to do was divide 10 into 216. And he would have gotten the right amount of tables that he needs. He would have known whether he needed another table to take care of all 216 people. Lord have mercy. This is why we have to get our math on. So today's episode, we are going to be dealing with one of the powerful operations, and that is division. And in order to take us into our lesson on division, guess who we have for you? We have the math doctor. Hey, that's me. Yes, I will be teaching you a brief lesson on division, what it is, how do we solve basic division problems so that you will not be like Mr. Turner, bamboozled, hoodwinked, obfuscated, frustrated, discombobulated, and disappointed because he did not know what to do. He did not have the math skills, the math swag in order to answer his problem. And he's a part of a company and doesn't know mathematics. So let's go hear from the math doctor who's going to be teaching us on division. Math doctor, you got it.
Here we go. Division is simply breaking things down into groups. All right. And if you look at this nice little image or poster that I got online, it says division is when we split up or divide a whole group into smaller equal groups. That's all you're doing. Division also, to me, is a quicker way to subtract. Just like multiplication is a quicker way to add, division is a quicker way to subtract. And what you're doing is you're taking a large amount and dividing it or putting it into smaller groups, all right? And the number of groups will be the answer to your division problem, all right? So let's look at what we mean by that. So we know if let's say we had 10, I want to give you the components of a division problem. And then you have this symbol right here, which is the symbol for division. And let's say 5. All right. And then we put equals 2. I just want to give you the components, the vocabulary that you need to be familiar with going on. The 10 is what we call the dividend. Hopefully you can say that as I'm saying it wherever you are watching this. 10 is the dividend. It is the number being divided. Okay? 10 is the dividend. Then we have 5. 5 is the divisor. When your word ends in OR, that means it's doing that work of dividing, divisor. It is doing the dividing. And 2 is the answer you get after dividing. That is called in mathematics the quotient. Okay? And you'll be dealing with this as you go further in your math classes, all right? But right now, I wanted you to at least to be able to identify the 3 components of a division problem. Dividend, number being divided, divisor, number doing the dividing, and quotient, answer after dividing. All right? Now, in terms of what we're going to learn today, the concept of division, the 10 will be, or the dividend is the total things. Total things. Things could be objects. It could be numbers. It could be candy. It could be birds, whatever. It's the total things to be grouped. Your dividend is the total things to be grouped. Okay? Total things to be grouped. The divisor is how many groups you're going to put them in. No, not how many groups, how many in a group. All right. The divisor is how many you're going to put in one group. How many in one group. And your quotient is how many groups you have or produce by doing that. How many groups you have. And we're going to go through several examples, okay? So that's how you can look at division, all right? It's composed of 3 components: the dividend, the number being divided, the divisor, the number doing the dividing, and the quotient, the answer to your division problem. But then break it down more into the meaning of division. The dividend is the total things, total number of objects to be grouped. The divisor is how many will be placed in one group. Think of a circle grouping something, one group. And the quotient, the answer, is how many groups you produce. Let's check it out. And then we'll go back to the PowerPoint. Let's start here. Let's say we have the following lollipops. I'm not the best at drawing lollipops, so these are all lollipops. And let's do 12 lollipops. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12 lollipops sitting there waiting to be eaten by some child that loves lollipops. All right, so 12 lollipops means our dividend is 12, the total number of things or objects to be grouped. Then we're going to divide 12 into 2 lollipops. How many groups of 2 can we produce from 12 lollipops? That's going to give us our answer to the division problem. 12 is the dividend. 2 is your divisor. We're about to get the quotient. So all you do is go to 12 and put these lollipops in groups of 2. One group of 2. 2 groups of 2. 3 groups of 2. 4 groups of 2. 5 groups of 2. And 6 groups of 2. All of them have been grouped, so that means the total number of groups is what 12 divided by 2 is. How many groups do you see? You see 6. So that means 12 divided by 2 is 6. You just did division, and someone told you it was difficult. It's too easy, especially when you're working with the math doctor. All right, let's go to the PowerPoint and look at some of these images, because I like to use pictures because we're visual learners. Bam. So the division sign, here's another one. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. This is just what I said in this image I got from the online. It says 6, the number in all. What did I say? The total number to be grouped. That's the dividend. Divided by 3. 3 is the divisor, the number of groups that you're going to produce. And 2, the number in each group. Well, they have it different than I said. Okay. Yeah, they're saying the number in each group. Okay. And you can kind of look at it either way. All right. So if you divide 6 and by 3, 6, I don't know what these are, circles, divided into groups of 3, you would have 2 in each group. Okay? 6 divided into groups of 3, you would have 2 in each group. That's another way of looking at it, okay? Next, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So what we're going to do, we have 10 giraffes here, right? And we're going to divide them into groups of 2. Yeah, divide them into groups of 2, and we would get 5. But we want to show that, all right? So let's show that by doing the actual grouping. So this time we have giraffes. We have 10 giraffes. Lord, I know I can't draw no giraffes. So I'll just draw them like this. Lord have mercy, and I gotta draw 10 of them. You have to apologize for the math doctor. He does not have drawing skills. These are all giraffes. I know they look like some other type of creature. All right, that's why I wish I could have wrote on the PowerPoint. Then you would have seen. So that's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are jacked up looking giraffes. We got 2 more to get.
Yes. Feel the burn. It's easier. Good.
All right, here's our 10 giraffes, okay? Now, so we're doing 10, the number of objects to be grouped. 2, the divisor is how many will go in each group. 2, okay? And let's see how many groups we produce. So we're gonna put each pair of giraffes in a group. That's 1 pair, or 1 group, I'm sorry. 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, and 5 groups. That's why you saw 10 divided by 2 equal 5, all right? 10 dividend, number of objects to be grouped. 2 divisor, number that will be in a group. 5 is the number of groups produced. Ding, ding, that is division. All right, let's look at another one. So those were the giraffes. You can see I did a tired version of the giraffe. Sorry about that. Bam, next problem. Here's 15 divided by 5. All right, 15 divided by 5. So we have 15, the number of objects to be grouped. 5 is the number of groups produced, and then the number of groups we want, and then we would have to put 3 in each to make 5 groups, okay? I kind of like it the other way that I do it, but that one is what they have. So you would have 15 divided by 5 would equal 3. 3 is the number in the group, okay? Or you could do 15 divided by 3 would equal 5. 3 in each group, and you would have 5 groups, and that's what you see here. To me, that's better of what we're looking at. Okay? Now here we have 10 crackers. These are supposed to be crackers. And we're putting them in groups of 2. We're pairing the crackers up, just like we did the giraffes, and we get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is just like what I did the giraffe, same one, okay? Now, here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8, let's say, chips, okay? 8 chips. And we're gonna put them in groups of 2. We wanna know how many groups will we get, all right? So we have how many groups? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 8 divided by 2. 8 divided by 2, but I want to show it to you in real time. So we have 8 chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8, the number to put in a group, divided by 2, the number that's going to be in each group will equal what? Question mark. That's what we're trying to find. We have our dividend, 8, divisor, 2, quotient is unknown right now, but we're about to find it. So we take 8, we're going to put them in groups of 2. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, and 4 groups. So that means 8 divided by 2 is how many? 4, right? Because you have 4 groups produced with 2 in each group. Divisor, dividend 8, divisor 2, quotient 4. Let's go to the next one. All right, so that's what this is showing. 8 divided by 2 is 4 groups. Next, here's 12 divided by 3. So 12, the number to be grouped. 3, the number in a group. 4, your answer, how many groups you produce. 12 is your dividend. 3, divisor. 4, quotient. Fits perfectly with what the math doctor said. 12, the number to be grouped. 3, how many in each group. 4, the number of groups produced. Bam. Here are 6 fish, and we're putting them in groups of 2. So this would be 6 divided by what? 2 equals 3. Let's see that live in living color. We have 6 fish this time. Now the math doctor can make fish. 1, not the best drawing though. 2, 3. I'm trying to make them a little. 4, 5, and 6. So 6 would be what? The number to be grouped divided by, we're putting them in groups of 2. Pairing them up again, all right? And we want to know how many groups would be produced. Well, go here. 1 group, 2 groups, and 3 groups. So what does that mean? 6 divided into groups of 2 is 3. Okay? 6 is your dividend number to be grouped. Two is your divisor number in one group, or how many will go in a group. And 3 is your quotient. You want to get that vocabulary down as you learn and master your math. Vocabulary is very important. So that's why I'm going over this again, so you can ingrain this in your mind when you see a division problem. Who is who? Next. All right, so this is what that way was showing. 6 divided by 3, but divided by 2 is 3. Bam. What about this one? Let's see what division statement would this be. First, how many objects do we have all together? Well, if we count, we have 5, 10, 15, 20. So we would have 20, right? Divided by how many in one group? 5, right? There's 5 cupcakes in each group. So it would be 20 divided by 5. And how many groups did we produce? 4 plates or groups. So this would be 20 cupcakes divided into groups of 5 and put on a plate, and we have 4 groups or 4 plates of cupcakes. 20 divided by 5 equals 4. That's what you're looking at right there. Next. How many trains do you see? 6 trains, right? So that would mean, oh, you know what? I can't annotate. Hold on. Let me do that. God, I can do that. That means we have 6 trains. Let's use red. That better? 6 trains divided by how many are in one circle or one group? 3. And how many groups of trains did we produce? 2. So that means 6 divided by 3 is 2. 6, the number in total. 3, how many will be in one group? 2, how many groups we produce? Somebody told you this is difficult. Next one. Uh-oh. Let's come out of here. Got stuck. All right. Sometimes this thing gets stuck. Here we go. Next one. Oh, Lord, I need to erase that connotation, that annotation. Hold on. Eraser, boom. I want you to get confused. All right, here we go. So let's look at this one. Okay. So this time we're grouping cherries. How many cherries do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're looking at 15 divided by how many cherries are in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 5. How many groups of cherries do we have all together? 3. That means 15 divided by 5 is 3. Are you starting to see division as something simple? Yes. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Are you starting to see division as something simple? Yes. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Are you starting to see division as something simple? Yes. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Are you starting to see division as something simple? Yes. at least on this level, all right? Where we're just taking a large group of items and grouping them into smaller groups. Bam. Let me erase that annotation there at the bottom. Okay, next. All right. Problems. Stuck again. Hold on. Look like peaches, but they're peaches. How many peaches do we count all together? They're in 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh, not 25. I counted wrong. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So let me write that down. We have 24 peaches. Where can I put it? 24 peaches. And we're dividing it. But how many peaches are in each group? 4. So 24 divided by 4 is, let's see, is based on how many groups do we have all together. Count the number of groups of peaches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 24 divided by 4, guess what, family, is 6. I'll write it over here again. 24 divided into groups of 4 gives you 6 groups. Ding, ding. That is division. All right? So we could answer this here. There are blank groups of peaches. There are 6 groups of peaches. There are how many peaches in each group? 4. And if you obeyed multiplication, guess what? 6 times 4, if you multiplied it, is 24. This is the way that you can check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself. Take your answer, 6, and multiply it by the divisor, and you should get the dividend. 6 times 4 is 24. That's the way to check division. Bam. Next one. Still acting up. All right, let's erase. Okay. Bam. All right. We did that one. Here we go. How many stars do we count? Let's count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stars. So let's write that down. 12 stars. And we're dividing those 12 stars into groups of 4. 12 divided by 4. How many groups do we see of stars with 4 in each group? 3. So what does that mean? That 3 times 4 must be what? 12. This is how you check yourself before you wreck yourself. Multiplication is the inverse of division. Division is the inverse of multiplication. All right? Very good, very good. All right, let's see the next one. Okay. Last one on the PowerPoint, then I'll do one right before we go. Let's do a big one. Okay, what happened? Oh. All right, here we go. How many happy faces do you see? Let's count them. How many happy faces do we see? Let's do this one here. Okay. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Write that down. 18. Even though I know it's on the screen, but we're doing it in live and living color with the math doctor. 18, okay? Then we're going to divide it, 18 happy faces, into groups or sets of 6. 6 happy faces to each group. How many groups do you see all together? 3. So what does that mean? That means 3 times 6 should equal 18. That's the way to check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's why you want to master your multiplication table. Start now, even if you're in kindergarten, 2nd grade, 1st grade. Start asking mom, pop to go over those multiplication tables with you. So by the time you get to 3rd grade, 4th grade, you know them like you know your name, okay? All right, so now let's come out of that. Do the last one the math doctor's going to give you. Let's do triangles. All these triangles are little pieces of candy, like candy corns. Just want to show you something. Okay. I'm going to do a big one this time. You have all these candy in the shape of triangles just waiting to be eaten. But we're not going to eat them, we're going to group them. All right, let's see how many we have so far. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18. Let's do 24. I'll do a big division problem. You're going to be proud of yourself because you got it right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So how many objects do we have to group? We have 24, 24. 24 Spanish for 24, all right? We're going to divide those 24 triangular pieces of candy. Guess what I'm going to divide it into? Groups of 3. 24 divided by 3. That means you're doing major division work here at kindergarten and 1st grade. We are proud of you. All right. So that means you go to the objects, which are the triangles, and put them in groups of 3. Here's one group of 3 right there. Another group of 3. Another group of 3. Another group of 3. Keep going until you have all of them grouped. All right, let's count how many we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 groups of 3. That means 24 divided by 3 is, shout it loud. Yes, 8. Ocho in Espanol. 24 divided by 3 is 8. What does that mean? 8 times 3 must be 24. So for
Is a quicker way to subtract is breaking things down into groups and figuring out how many groups. So we hope that Mr. Turner will watch this video so that the next time he needs to know how many tables to order based upon how many people will be sitting at each table and how many total people will be there, he will know he needs to get his math on and get his division on so that he gets the answer to his problem. Until next time, fight the power, do the right thing, and do what? Get your math on. See ya from the Math Doctor.
Get your math on. Get your math on.
Get your math on. Get your math on.
Get your math on. Get your math on.
Get your math on. Get your math on. Get your math on.